Hello, how are you today? It is nice to see you.
Hi, I am doing well today. I'm happy to talk with you.
That is great to hear. I am also feeling good today.
What did you do this morning? Did you wake up early?
Yes, I woke up early today. I wanted to start my day right.
That is a good habit. I want to wake up early too.
It helps me feel calm. I have more time to think.
What do you usually do first? Do you check your phone?
No, I try not to check my phone. I like to have quiet time.
That sounds peaceful. I think I need that too.
Yes, it makes a big difference. My mind feels more clear.
Do you eat breakfast every day? Or do you skip it?
I try to eat breakfast every day. It gives me energy.
What do you usually eat? Do you eat something simple?
Yes, I eat something simple, maybe eggs or toast.
That sounds good. I like simple meals too.
Do you drink coffee in the morning or do you prefer tea?
I drink coffee every morning. It helps me wake up.
I like coffee too. It makes me feel more active.
After breakfast, what do you do? Do you go to work?
Yes, I go to work after that. I try to stay focused.
That is good. Staying focused is very important.
Sometimes it is hard. I get distracted easily.
That happens to me too. I try to stay disciplined.
Yes, I am working on that. I want to improve.
That is a good goal. Small changes help a lot.
Yes, I am starting slowly. I do not want to rush.
That is smart. Slow progress is still progress.
Do you feel more motivated lately? Or do you feel tired?
I feel a little more motivated. I'm trying to stay consistent.
That is very good. Consistency is the key.
Yes, I am learning that now. It is not about doing everything.
Exactly. It is about doing something every day.
Yes, even small things matter. They build over time.
Do you think your routine is helping you? Or do you want to change it?
I think it is helping me, but I still want to improve more.
That is a good mindset. You are already moving forward.
Yes, I feel like I am improving slowly, but sometimes I still feel stuck.
That is normal. Change takes time and patience.
I think I expect too much sometimes. I want fast results.
Many people feel that way. But real progress is slow.
Yes, I am starting to understand that. I need to trust the process.
That is very important. Trust helps you stay consistent.
Do you ever feel distracted during the day? Or do you stay focused?
I get distracted sometimes, especially when I use my phone.
That happens to me too. Phones can take a lot of time.
Yes, I waste time without noticing. Then I feel bad later.
That is something we can improve. Small changes can help.
Yes, I want to control my time better. I want to be more productive.
That is a great goal. Time is very important.
Do you plan your day? Or do you just do things randomly?
I try to plan my day, but I do not always follow it.
That is okay. Planning still helps you stay organized.
Yes, I think I need to be more disciplined. I want to improve that.
Discipline takes time, but you can build it slowly.
Yes, I will keep trying. I do not want to give up.
That is the right mindset. Keep going no matter what.
Do you feel more confident now compared to before?
Yes, I feel a little more confident. I can see small progress.
That is great. Small progress is still very powerful.
Yes, it motivates me. I want to keep improving.
That is how growth works. One step at a time.
Do you practice English every day? Or only sometimes?
I try to practice daily, even if it is just a few minutes.
That is perfect. Daily practice is very effective.
Yes, I want to speak better. I want to be fluent.
You will get there. Just stay consistent.
Yes, I believe that now. I feel more hopeful.
I have been thinking about my habits. I want to improve them more.
That is a good idea. Habits shape your daily life.
Yes, I want better habits. I want to feel more in control.
That is very important. Control helps reduce stress.
Do you feel stressed sometimes? Or do you feel calm?
Sometimes I feel stressed, but I am learning to manage it.
That is good. Managing stress is very important.
Yes, I try to stay calm. I take deep breaths.
That is a great technique. It helps your mind relax.
Yes, I also try to think positively. It changes my mood.
That is very powerful. Positive thinking can help a lot.
Do you set goals for yourself? Or do you just go with the flow?
I set small goals. I do not want to feel overwhelmed.
That is smart. Small goals are easier to achieve.
Yes, and they make me feel better. I feel like I am moving forward.
That is exactly how progress works. Step by step every day.
Do you think your life is improving? Or do you feel the same?
I think it is improving slowly. I feel more aware now.
That is a big change. Awareness helps everything.
Yes, I notice my actions more. I think before I act.
That is very important. It helps you make better decisions.
Yes, I feel more in control. I want to keep going.
That is great. Keep building your habits every day.
Yes, I will continue. I want to see more progress. I feel like I am starting to understand myself more. I notice my habits every day.
That is a big step. Awareness helps you improve faster.
Yes, before I did not notice these things. Now I see them clearly.
That is how growth begins. You start to see what needs to change.
Do you write things down? Or do you keep everything in your mind?
I try to write things down. It helps me stay organized.
That is a great habit. Writing makes things clearer.
Yes, I feel less confused. I can focus better.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed? Or do you stay calm most of the time?
Sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I try to slow down.
That is very important. Slowing down helps you think clearly.
Yes, I remind myself to take small steps. It helps me stay calm.
That is a good strategy. Small steps make things easier.
Yes, I do not want to rush anymore. I want steady progress.
That is the best way to grow. Slow and steady always works.
I feel more patient now. I do not expect fast results.
That is a strong mindset. Patience helps you stay consistent.
Yes, I want to keep improving, even if it takes time.
That is the right attitude. Keep going every day.
I have been thinking about my daily routine. I want to make it better.
That is a good idea. Your routine shapes your day.
Yes, I want to use my time wisely. I do not want to waste it.
That is very important. Time is something we cannot get back.
Do you plan your tasks? Or do you decide during the day?
I try to plan my tasks. It helps me stay focused.
That is very helpful. Planning reduces stress.
Yes, I feel more in control. I know what to do next.
Do you take breaks during the day? Or do you work non stop?
I take short breaks. It helps me stay fresh.
That is smart. Breaks improve your focus.
Yes, I come back with more energy. I work better.
Do you feel productive most days? Or do you struggle sometimes?
Sometimes I struggle, but I try to stay consistent.
That is what matters. Consistency is more important than perfection.
Yes, I am learning that. I do not need to be perfect.
Exactly. You just need to keep going. That is how you improve.
I have also been thinking about confidence. I want to feel more confident.
Confidence comes from action. The more you do, the better you feel.
Yes, I notice that when I practice more, I feel less afraid.
That is because you are improving. Practice builds confidence.
Do you speak English out loud? Or do you only think in your head?
I try to speak out loud. It helps me improve faster.
That is very important. Speaking builds real skill.
Yes, I feel more comfortable now. I am less nervous.
That is a big improvement. Confidence grows step by step.
Yes, I want to keep practicing. I want to speak clearly.
You will improve with time. Just stay consistent.
Yes, I believe that now. I trust the process more.
I have been trying to use less time on my phone. I want to stay focused.
That is a great idea. Phones can take a lot of your time.
Yes, I lose track of time easily. Then I feel unproductive.
That happens to many people. It is important to stay aware.
Do you set limits for yourself? Or do you use your phone freely?
I try to set limits. It helps me stay disciplined.
That is very smart. Discipline builds strong habits.
Yes, I want to use my time better. I want to improve daily.
That is a great goal. Time management is very important.
Yes, I feel better when I use my time well. It gives me confidence.
I feel like my mindset is changing. I think more positively now.
That is very powerful. Your mindset affects everything.
Yes, I try not to be too hard on myself. I stay patient.
That is important. Being kind to yourself helps you grow.
Do you notice your thoughts more now? Or do you ignore them?
I notice them more. I try to stay aware.
That is a big improvement. Awareness gives you control.
Yes, I feel more balanced. I am not as stressed.
That is great progress. Keep building that habit.
Yes, I will continue. I want to improve more.
I have been thinking a lot about how I use my time. I want to make better choices every day.
That is a very important idea. The way you use your time shapes your life.
Yes, I did not realize that before. Now I see how small choices matter.
That awareness is powerful. It helps you make better decisions.
Sometimes I still waste time. I use my phone too much.
That happens to many people. The important thing is to notice it.
Yes, I try to stop myself. I remind myself to focus.
That is a good habit. Awareness helps you improve slowly.
I also started planning my day. It helps me stay organized.
Planning is very helpful. It gives your day structure.
Yes, I feel less stressed now. I know what I need to do.
That is a big improvement. Less stress helps you think clearly.
Sometimes I still feel distracted. It is not always easy.
That is normal. Change takes time and patience.
Yes, I am learning to be patient. I do not rush anymore.
That is a strong mindset. Patience helps you stay consistent.
I want to stay focused longer. I want to improve my habits.
That is a great goal. Focus is very important for growth.
Yes, I try to remove distractions. I want a quiet environment.
That is very helpful. A calm space improves your concentration.
I also started taking small breaks. It helps me stay fresh.
That is a smart choice. Breaks help your mind relax.
Yes, I feel more balanced now. I am not as tired.
That is progress. Small changes can improve your energy.
I want to keep improving daily. I want steady progress.
That is the best approach. Slow progress builds strong habits.
I have also been thinking about my goals. I want to be more clear.
That is very important. Clear goals help you stay focused.
Yes, before I felt confused. I did not know what to do.
Now you are becoming more aware. That is a big step.
I started setting small goals. They feel easier to achieve.
That is a great strategy. Small goals build confidence.
Yes, when I complete them, I feel proud of myself.
That feeling is important. It keeps you motivated.
Sometimes I still feel unsure. I do not always know what is right.
That is normal. Nobody has all the answers.
Yes, I am learning as I go. I try not to overthink too much.
That is a good mindset. Overthinking can slow you down.
I want to take more action. I do not want to stay stuck.
That is very important. Action creates real progress.
Yes, even small actions help. They move me forward.
Exactly. Small steps build momentum. Momentum builds confidence.
I am starting to believe in myself more. I feel a small change.
That is a powerful feeling. Self belief changes everything.
Yes, I want to grow more. I want to become better.
That is a strong goal. Growth takes time, but it is worth it.
I will keep moving forward. I will not give up.
That is the right attitude. Consistency leads to success.